Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be going through some partial fractions and exam style questions on those partial fractions. Now, key thing to realise is that you can get a lot more questions like this if you click the link below for the Quick Maths platform. At the moment we've only got 4 spaces left, guys, and that's a free of charge, completely free of charge for the first month service, where we're going to be doing tutoring for that group of 5, tutoring twice a week for that group of 5 on difficult type questions like this. So it's not going to be basic tutoring, it's going to be specifically to get you over the line from B to A. And yes, if you're keen for that, make sure to click the link below. We've also got some university and college applications support coming into that platform as well at some point in the future, so make sure to stay tuned for that, and click the link below to get an edge on everyone else. So here we've got question 1. Alright, so let f of x equal x minus 4x squared over 3 minus x plus x squared. Okay, cool. So what are we going to do here? Well, the first thing we need to recognize is the form that wants us to express it in. Okay, so what is the form that it wants us to express it in firstly? Well, we've got to say the following. We'll say x minus 4x squared 3 minus x 2 plus x squared is equal to a minus 3x plus bx plus c over 2 plus x squared. Okay, now realize that this is the form that they have requested, and that's the form we're going to put it in. I can then say x minus 4x squared is equal to a 2 plus x squared plus bx plus c 3 minus x. Okay, and now it's just going to be a basic little process of saying, well, alright, we need to solve for these values of a and b. But what we can say for this is, well, fine, 4x equals 3. What can we say? What we've got then is 3 squared is equal to a 2 plus 9 plus what's this going to be, 3b. Actually, that's going to be 0, because again, you put 3 in here, it's going to give you 0. Okay, so from here what we're going to get is, we're going to get 3 minus 36, okay, to 11a, right, which tells me then that a is going to equal negative 3. Perfect. Okay, so a is equal to negative 3. Now, with that knowledge, I'm going to do the following. What I'm going to say is, what we can say from here, so we'll say, cool, if we let x equal 0 now, alright, what we're going to get, 0 is equal to 2a, okay, plus bx plus c, that's going to just equal c, okay, 3 minus x, well, 3, so therefore we got 2a plus 3c is going to equal 0. Okay. Now, remember that a equals negative 3, so therefore we've got 2 times a negative 3 plus 3c is equal to 0. So 3c is going to equal what? It's going to equal 6. Therefore c is going to equal 2. Right? Perfect. Let me just get another page here. C is equal to 2, A is equal to negative 3. Perfect. Now what can we say? Well, let's see. C, we need to find B. So from here we can just say fine. For x equals 1. Okay, because I mean it's gonna make it easy on this. For x equals 1. What we've got then is 1 minus 4 is equal to negative 3. 2 plus 1. Okay. 2 plus 1 squared, but whatever. B, we don't know that yet. B plus 2. 3 minus 1, which is 2. Okay, so what we get, negative 3 is equal to negative 9 plus 2, b plus 2. Okay, and so what we're going to get is 2, b plus 2. Okay, is going to give me a value now of it's going to equal 6. Okay, let's get 2b plus 2 is equal to 6. Okay, and so what we can say is 2b plus 2 is equal to 2b plus 4. Sorry, it's going to equal 6. 2b is going to equal 2. Therefore, b is going to equal 1. Right, so therefore we've got our answer. So we've got a value for b, c, and a here. Okay, so therefore, here's what we can say. We can say what we get here is negative 3. Okay, and b is 1. So we'll take away that. And what does c equal? Well, c just equals 2, doesn't it? And boom. This question is therefore answered. Okay. Perfect. Alright, now for number II, what does the number II want us to do? Number II wants us to obtain the expansion up to x cubed. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to say, alright, well, this is the expansion now. This over here. So we can say that f of x, okay, f of x is going to equal, minus 3. Okay, e to the power minus 1. 1 minus x, 1 over x cubed, 1 minus 1. Okay, plus x plus 2. And it's going to equal 2 minus 1. And that's going to be 1 plus x squared over 2 minus 1. Okay. So that's the first good place to start. Because from now we can say, fine, well, f of x is going to equal what? F of x is going to equal minus 1 minus x over 3 to the power minus 1. Okay, and with plus a half x plus 2. Okay, 1 plus x squared over 2 minus 1. Perfect. So from here then we're going to say the following. We're going to expand firstly this part. So what I like to do is to put it into different sections. In fact, I'm just going to expand the bit in brackets first. Let's expand this bit first. Expanding 1 over x minus 3. Okay, so 1 x over 3. Okay, what's it going to give me? Well, that's going to give me that's going to give me 1 plus x over 3. Now according to the formula, it's -1, -2 over 2 factorial. Okay, and minus x over 3. I'm going to square that. And then we're going to plus. What are we going to plus? Plus -1, -2, -3. Now that's all going to be over 3 factorial. And we have minus x over 3 to the power 3 there. Cool. Now that's up to x cubed here. Which is going to give us what? Well, that's going to give us 1 plus x over 3 plus x squared over 9 plus x3 over 27. Perfect. Now the next part. Expanding this. Okay. So, we need to expand 1 plus x squared over 2 minus 1. Alright. Now that is going to give us the following. So 1 plus x squared over 2 to the power minus 1. Okay. It's going to give us 1 plus minus 1 x squared over 2 plus minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. Okay, over 2 factorial times x squared over 2 squared okay, and we're then going to plus minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 3 factorial. That's going to be times by x squared over 2 to the power 3. Okay, and when we simplify that out now, that is going to give me 1 minus x squared over 2 plus x4 over 4 minus x6 over 8. Okay, and so we got that, but now we need to remember that this is multiplied by x plus 2. So I'm going to multiply by x plus 2 now, x plus 2, sorry. Okay, so what we get is x plus 2 times this. Okay, we're just going to give me what? It's going to equal x minus x cubed over 2 plus x to the power 5 over 4 minus x to the power 7 over 8 plus 2 minus x squared plus x4 over 2 minus x6 over 4. Which is going to give me what? It's going to be x minus x cubed over 2 plus 2 minus x squared. Which is going to give me, well, yeah, that's up to x cubed now. Okay, so we've got it up to x cubed. Perfect. Perfect. So now we just have to put it all together. Okay? We just have to put it all together. So if this is f of x over here, okay, we could say, fine, what we get is minus okay, 1 minus, we're going to get this. Okay, plus a half, okay, plus a half times this, and we've worked out this part here, okay, and that is going to give me x minus x cubed, okay, over 2 plus 2 minus x squared. Perfect. So simplifying this out, f of x is then going to give me minus 1 minus x over 3 minus x squared over 9 minus x cubed over 27, okay, plus x over 2 minus x3 over 4 plus 1 minus x squared over 2. Okay, so f of x, therefore, it's going to equal what? Putting this all together, it's going to give me a sixth x minus 1118 x squared minus 31 over 108 x cubed. Okay, that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be our final answer for that question. All right, now the second question here is a little bit more basic. I say basic, I mean just a little bit more simple in the sense it doesn't really ask you to do as much. So the way we're going to go about doing this, okay, is we're going to say fine, for number I, what we've got here is we need to express it in partial fractions. Okay, so what this is going to look like, 7x squared minus 15x plus 8 minus 2x 2 minus x squared. It's going to equal a over 1 minus 2x plus b 2 minus x plus c 2 minus x squared. Perfect. Now, what's key here is you notice that we've put it in this form, okay? And that's because we've got the nth power here, which is being 2, so we expand it like this. Now, we're then going to say 7x squared minus 15x plus 8 is going to equal a 2 minus x squared plus b 1 minus 2x 2 minus x, okay, plus c okay, and that's going to give me c is just going to be 1 minus 2x, okay, because the common factor here is, of course, we need to get it in terms of this, right? So that's what we're going to get. All right. So from here, let's say fine. Let x equal a half. So x equals a half. We get 7 half squared minus 15 and a half plus 8. It's going to give you what? It's going to give me a 2 minus a half squared. B is going to go to 0. Okay. Plug a half in here. It's done. Plug a half in here. It's also done. So that's what we're going to get for x equals a half. Now this is going to then equal, it's going to equal, let's see, boom, boom, boom. We're going to get 7.5k, that's going to give me 9/4. I'm going to get a is also equal from here to 9/4. So the coefficients will be 9/4. So therefore, a is going to equal 1. Okay. Now, you know a equals 1. Let's say let x equal 2. So if we let x equal 2, what we get is 7, 2 squared, that's 15 times 2, plus 8 is equal to, well, these are going to cancel. Okay, because x equals 2, this goes to 0, 0. C times 1 minus 2. Well, that's going to be equal to -3, right? So we're going to get -3c on that side. We add these up, what we're going to get is 6. Okay, and therefore we can say c is going to equal -2. Perfect. Alright. So we got that. Now, we still need to find b. Okay, so I'm going to say for x equals 0. Okay. So what that's going to do is this is going to give me just a b here. Okay, so we're going to have b times 2 minus x. So for x equals 0, what we're going to get is 8, okay, is equal to 4a plus 2b plus c. Alright. I can therefore say that 8 is equal to 4 times 1 plus 2 times b, plus 2b minus 2. Right, 2b is therefore going to equal 6, and then from there we can say b is equal to 3. Perfect. Right, so I can therefore say that f of x is equal to 1 minus 2x, okay, because remember this is the form 1 over 1 minus 2x plus 3 over 2 minus x, okay, plus, so minus 2 over 2 minus x squared. Alright, cool. So we got that. Now, that's the first bit, that's sorry. Now, obtain the expansion up to x squared. Well, this is just a very simple case of saying the following. Okay, so f of x is equal to this. Okay. Now, what this looks like actually is f of x is equal to 1 minus 2x to the power minus 1 plus 3 2 minus x power minus 1 minus 2 minus x minus 2. Okay, now we can't be having the 2's in this form. Okay, because we need to get it in the form 1 plus x. So, first thing we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna do the expansion for this bit first. Okay, so 1 minus 2x to the power minus 1 is equal to 1 plus 2x, okay, plus minus 1 times minus 2 over 2 factorial times 2x squared. Okay, remember they only want it up to x squared here. Okay. Then what we've got is we'll say fine. What we need to take out is a 2. Okay, so in fact this is our first bit, but now we need to do the second part. So 2 minus x power minus 1 is equal to what? 2 minus 1. Okay, cool, which is actually going to give me half this one. Okay, now if we hone in on this, we can say that this equals, what this equals here is 1 plus x over 2 plus minus 1 times minus 2 over 2 factorial times minus x over 2 squared. Perfect. Okay. Alright, brilliant. So we've got that, and let's see what we get. So this is then going to give me what? It's going to be 1 plus x over 2 plus x squared over 4. Okay, so we got that piece of the puzzle, and the other piece of the puzzle here is this 1 minus 2x divided by 1, which is what's that going to give us? Well, that is going to give us 1 plus 2x plus 4x squared if we put it all together. Okay. Then we've got 2 minus x to the power minus 2 is equal to 2 to the power negative 2. 1 minus x over 2 minus 2. Okay. Now what does that give us? Well, what that gives us is that's going to give us 1 over 4. Okay. It's going to give us 1 over 4. 1 minus x over 2. Perfect. And in terms of this, if we simplify this out, what's it going to give me? Well, what that's going to give me is 1 plus minus 2 times x minus x over 2. Okay, plus minus 2 minus 3 2 factorial minus x over 2 squared. Okay, because remember we're only going up to x squared, which is going to give us what? 1 plus x plus 3/4 x squared. Brilliant. So now we've done the legwork here, guys. Now we just have to put it all together. Okay, so what it's going to give me then is f of x. What f of x is going to give me is 1 plus 2x plus 4x squared. Okay, plus 3 over 2. Okay, so 3. Okay, 3 times 2 minus x1. Okay, so remember, for this we need to remember that we've got a half here. Okay, 2 minus 1. Okay, so 3 times this is the same thing as saying 3 times this. Okay, which is why we're going to get here 3 over 2. Okay, 1 plus x over 2 plus x squared over 4. Okay. Cool. And minus 2 there. So remember, for this part here, we've got minus 2 on the outside. So we've got minus 2. So it's the same thing, so minus 2 times this, which is going to give me minus a half. Okay? Because minus 2 times 1 over 4 is equal to minus a half. Okay? Minus a half. And then we just plug in what we already calculated, plus x, 3 over a quarter, x squared. Okay, now we just simplify this out. We just simplify this out. And if we simplify this out, guys, what we're going to get is 1 plus 2x plus 4x squared plus 3 over 2 plus 3 quarters x. Okay. Plus 3 over 8 x squared minus a half x. Okay. Minus 3 over 8 x squared. And so if we look at this now, what we've got is the following: 1, 3 over 2 minus a half. Okay. Plus, right. 2 over 2, 1 plus 1, no, 1 plus 1. Okay. Plus 5 squared. Okay, so we put this all together. We've got 1 plus 3 over 2. That's a half. Put the constants together. Plus 2x. Get the x's together. Half x. Plus 4 squared. Plus 3 over 8 x squared. Minus 3 over 8 x squared. And if we put this all together, what we get then is 2 plus 9 over 4 x plus 4 over x squared. Okay, if we were to add all this up, okay, because 1 plus 3 over 2, that's 2. 2 plus 3 quarters, well, that's going to give me 9 over 4. Sorry, no, 2 plus 3 quarters minus a half, it's going to be 9 over 4. And then we add up these terms as well, it's going to give us 4. Okay, so this here, guys, will be our final answer for that question.